welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Gugu and I'm here with the love of my life,
Kearabilwe,
and we are
your favorite queer couple.
So as you can see, we have this beautiful view behind us. Today is a day off for us. It's a Monday, but we took the day off just to relax. So today, what are we doing? We took the Chapman's Peak Drive.
So yeah, as you saw in our previous vlog, we were at a vacation, and then from that place we took a drive, and it's a Monday off as Gugu said, and we're trying to get to Clay Cafe in Hout Bay. We've been wanting to go there. Gugu's really been wanting to go there. So we're like, actually it's a Monday, we're off and
it's not going to be full. We're going to go out for breakfast at the Clay Cafe, then paint a few clay things.
We'll see what we get. So I'm super excited. Join us, tag along. A short cute day off.
How beautiful is this view?
Oh
my god, so pretty. Are you serious? Are you lying? Stay tuned.
See ya. Really?
Come see this.
guys.
Hey, guys.
So we just finished painting, and yeah, when we were picking, we decided actually let's do something for our parents, right? So we both got massive giant mugs, and then we painted it. Mine was just like 3 pastel colors, because I know my mom's favorite color, or one of lilac, so that was the dominating color, and that was quite nice. And Gugu, yours?
For me, I picked like a sky blue, a sea green, just because I wanted like to paint the sky and the sea, and I just felt like that's going to be very calming. And then I drew the sun as well, so I just felt like it's just going to be a calming mug, and I got it from my mom, dad, and I guess brother, because I can't just like, they're all just gonna share it. They live in the same house, so it's fine. And I just decided on them because I was like, I actually want a mug that like is very calming, and it's like, you know, when you're drinking from it, you just like, it like soothes you. So that's what I wanted, so that's why I chose that, and I really enjoyed painting it. Because
so while we were there, I told Google like, okay, let's do this a chit chat quickly, and as requested, just do a short update on the relationship with our parents, now that we have come out, you know, because we both have coming out videos. You know, if you haven't watched it, please go check it out. Gugu has her own experience of coming out, and I also have my own experience of coming out. But by the end of 2020, both of us, our parents knew. We didn't come out, but both of us, our parents knew
that we're queer.
In a queer relationship with each other. So how has it been like for you? And
for me, it's been quite like surprising how my parents ended up handling it. Like their first reaction, my mom's first reaction wasn't the best, but then how she's handled it after like a few months or like a year or so of knowing has been wild. Like she's just kind of been okay, I guess. Like she's met her, I mean, she's slept over at my house many times now, and like they've kind of like welcomed her, and everything has been pretty normal, like in terms of how they treat her, how they've welcomed her, how they now know, and they like basically not much of a reaction anymore. Now they're just living life. It's like, oh, that's your girlfriend, okay, cool, it's okay. So that's been great in terms of how they've reacted to her and meeting her. How my relationship specifically has changed with my parents. With my mom, it's kind of actually gotten a little bit better because like there's more transparency. I don't have to lie. I can just be like, oh, I'm going out with Michelle, or I'll be like, oh, Michelle and I did this. Like I don't have to like make up stories anymore or like hide stuff or just pretend I did stuff with my friends when I just did them with her. But with my dad, it's been a little bit awkward. Like my dad and I have always been really close, more like friends. But like this is kind of awkward, but because I don't think he knows how to maneuver this or talk about it. So this is one topic that we don't talk about at all. So it obviously makes for the relationship to be a bit like a little bit awkward. Like why is there one thing we don't talk about? We talk about everything else, but this one thing. Like, so it makes it like even when she comes over to sleep over, like my dad is a little bit awkward. Like their interactions are so awkward. Like it's just like hi, and I'm just like, my dad has such a personality. Like he's a people's person. He has a personality. He talks, you know, like, but like when he's around her, he gets a bit like, you know. But I feel like to a certain extent that's normal, but like I just don't like that it's made our relationship a little bit awkward. Like at some point I felt like he was just pushing me away, but I don't know if I was imagining it. So that's me. Like I wish our relationship is a bit more awkward now, but I just feel like I don't know, man. I don't know. It's very weird. It's very tough. It's very like also quite exhausting that you even have to go through this, like this awkwardness and like. She's so scared of this word.
Guys, I don't like things that are uncontrollable, man.
But it's not gonna do anything. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. That's me.
Yeah. Do you feel like with your dad, it's just the fact that his daughter is in a relationship, like just in general. Or obviously there is that added layer, but don't you feel like it's because you're in just a relationship? He doesn't know that, how to maneuver
I feel like there's an added element. I mean, dude, I'm 24, so I feel like even if he had found out now that I'm in a relationship at 24, I don't think it'd be this awkward if it was a boy, because at some point you would know that your daughter would date someone. Like, it's just like, it's more awkward maybe if your dad finds out you're dating someone at 16, they're gonna be like, what is she doing?
Yeah.
But I'm old now, so I just don't feel like that's the reason. The reason is the reason, and like, he's trying not to obviously be problematic or homophobic, but it's still something he doesn't know, like, how to even react. Like, he doesn't know how to act. He's like, what do I even say? What do I do? What is that? What? You know?
Yeah.
So, but like, I feel like when I was home now, everything was fine. Like, we were getting better, but I don't know. There's not much of an update.
Yeah. I think from my side, experiencing Gugu's parents, it has been such a joy. Gugu's mom has been so welcoming, so inviting.
They're even friends now.
Yeah, like, honestly. And then with Gugu's dad, I can see what Gugu's saying, but every time that I'm there, it's getting better and better. I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm feeling it. You know, like, sometimes, like, he'll just be like, hey, how are you? Like, I can see him trying every time I'm there. And that for me gives me hope.
Yeah, that's valid.
Like, he tries. He really, really tries. But I think also what Gugu was saying was that Gugu, like, myself and Gugu's dad, we're very, like, similar, where we're very awkward around first interaction. Like, you know, like, we're cool people, and I can see that he's a nice guy. I'm a nice person as well.
But they both need to get used to the situation, to people, before they get really comfortable.
Yeah.
So that's why it's going to take them so long, because who's going to make the first step?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Yeah.
All right. And then from my side, well, my parents found out 2020. So it's actually been a year.
Yeah.
Literally, it's been a year. With my mom, I'll start there. My mom, what a stunner, what a queen. She really put in a lot of work for our relationship, just in general, where it is right now. I'm in a happy place with my mom. You know, for me, as long as I see effort, and that's my mom. She'll try and be like, oh, how's Gugu? Every time she'll tell me, oh,
my mom also does that. I like that. They really are trying. Like, the moms are trying.
They're really trying. How's Gugu? You know, she'll ask me, like, because we live in Cape Town, she'll ask me, are you alone this weekend, or is Gugu there now? So she really, like, it's normal to her to just say, oh, how's Gugu? How's whatever? How are you guys? Are you still happy? You know, like, even this one time, they were trying to get a piece of land, and then my mom was like, ish, I must tell your dad that he must also sigela for you guys. So just the thought that she could think about that and think about us in that capacity.
That's very cute.
And every time she'll watch our video, she'll send me a message, or on the phone call, she'll call me and be like, yo, Nana, you guys look so happy, and that makes me happy. So she's really, really trying. I'm super, super grateful. Thank you, Mama. Thank you. So it's just me also opening up, but I really love where we are, you know. And then with my dad, that one is really slow. It's pretty slow. Pretty handbrake is up. The car's not moving, but I think the car's on though.
The car's on, but it's not moving.
You know. Yeah, so the car's on, and with time, I that's all I can say. With time, you know, there's nothing malicious. I do feel like things are better than where they were a year ago. Yeah, definitely.
But, like, why do you think that it's easier for the mothers than it is for the fathers? Like, why do you think for women are willing to learn much quicker and much more?
They're flexible. They're agile.
Yeah.
Very flexible.
They're less hesitant to change and learning and, like, accepting that maybe I was wrong about certain things, or accepting of the fact that my kids can teach me different things, or can change my mind about certain things. Why do you think that?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's the element of carrying someone in you for 9 months. I don't know, I just feel like there's a certain type of bond that even though you grew up in the house with both your parents, mother and father, I do feel like the one that carried you has some sort of their unconditional love is more than the unconditional love that you get from your dad.
I disagree because I've always felt closer to my dad than my mom.
Yeah.
So if it was going on closeness and more love, you would I would have expected it from my dad.
But I think also for me, what I think has made my mom and I get here and my dad and I not get here is honestly my mom asks, like we spoke, like she literally, when she called me after like last year, she literally was like, you look happy, whatever. The beginning of the year when they visited me, she asked me, how are you guys? How is your relationship? What makes you love Gugu?
I'm asking why.
Because I think that's what I said, just in general. Even if you were dating a guy, I don't think your dad would come and sit with you and be like, hey, Mara, how's Tabo treating you, my child?
I get you, but why are men like that versus women?
Society, though.
Yeah.
Men were never taught to go into that level of detail with their daughters.
Or their children. Too.
Maybe with their sons, when they, hey,
no, with their sons, dude, they still go surface. Like, oh, let me teach you how to fix a car. And it's like...
But I think it's so, it's become so taboo. There's always been taboo for them to know certain aspects about their daughters' lives.
Yeah.
Especially maybe where you're going to be sexual, where you're going to be in a
relationship. They make it so awkward. My goodness.
Yeah.
It's like, yo.
What do you think? Because you're saying,
I just think it's similar to what you're saying, but it's also just like the... like the toxic masculinity makes you so hard and so like
fixed in your ways
and so like I can never be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm weak. So like I must do things the way I've been taught, otherwise am I still a man or am I still like it's so rigid. The toxic masculinity is so rigid, and it's like that makes for awkwardness. That makes for like, it's so awkward, man. It's just me thinking about it. It's just like, I don't know. It makes for, I always need to look strong and
right.
Just look right and just look a certain way. Like, I feel like toxic masculinity has more abantu bazothini
highly
than femininity, because usually femininity is given more room for flexibility and just like
range.
I can change. I can be, you know what I mean? And it's like I don't have to have this standard of I'm always right, otherwise I'm not the man of the house. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. Whatever it is, it's exhausting me, and I don't have the energy for it.
Because sometimes I feel like, and I'm not speaking for people, I feel like toxic masculinity, or maybe how just men are raised, to be in daughter and stuff, is okay, I'm not gonna shout at you, I'm not going to hinder you about your relationship, but angizingeni,
and that's so painful.
And I feel like men were taught to withdraw themselves from certain situations. But that's also
violent. They think that's not violent, but I feel like that's also violent. Like, how do you basically withdrawing?
It's abandonment.
You're abandoning your child. You're withdrawing affection and involvement and engagement from your child, and that's, as much as like people wouldn't say that's violent because like your dad didn't shout at you, he didn't say anything,
he just leaves
but that is violent.
But it's very hurtful. It's very hurtful and very cold.
It's very cold.
It's very cold.
It's very cold. They just don't want to be involved because it's like, I can't be involved in this stuff, rather than your mom will be involved. Even if your mom is not happy with the queerness, she'll still have a conversation with you. You guys will have a big fight, and big explosion, but at the end of the day it will get resolved. Not for everyone, but for a lot of the situations it can get resolved, because we went through this hard conversation. These, like, you know what I mean, it comes with a resolution at the end, which is what I prefer.
Me too.
That I've come to realize I preferred that,
definitely,
versus I just don't know where you stand.
And for me, in my experience, I think it has made me really question a lot. Like, it's made me feel like you found out this one thing about me, and it feels like the whole time you've known me, because you've known me from the day I was born, that's over. That's why I said it feels cold, because it feels like someone who ghosts you. It's just like how did we get here? Because we have so many memories, you and I. We have so many things, but then because they withdraw from the entire relationship, not just from the part of them knowing that you're dating this girl. For me,
I think that applies to your dad, not mine.
It's been like withdrawn entirely.
Yeah, my dad didn't do that. He just withdrew like from my. He just withdrew a little bit. Like we won't talk about that, but we'll be close in other aspects.
Yeah, when you love,
but that's still hurtful. You know what I mean? For me, it's still like. Because we're close, I still want to be able to talk to you about this. Is such a big part of my life. Like I still want to be like, hey, I'm moving in with her next year. Could you please do A, B, C, D for me, or can we do this? Like, you know what I mean? But like now I can't do that because I just find it awkward, and I would rather just not. But yeah,
I don't know. I'll be very honest. I don't really think about, I'm lacking in this department with this certain person. I feel like I'm just so grateful that at least my mom is there and she's really trying.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So wow, I didn't think it was gonna be that deep. I really didn't think this thing was gonna be this deep, but that's where we are with our parents. But I think just wrapping it up, where would you like it to be? Realistically in 6 months,
I am not even gonna say anything because I just feel like as a queer person, I'm a little bit tired right now in this phase of my life. Like whatever happens. If you wanna join in. If you wanna ask me. But I don't even wanna put expectations. I'm at a point I don't care. So I don't even have where I want it to be in 6 months. I actually don't care. I just want to live my life and be happy. That's it.
For me, I think number one, if I could just like get my parents to meet Gugu in a setting, like be it dinner, be it a breakfast.
I'm so nervous. Oh my God.
I think it doesn't even have to be 5 hours. It can literally be coffee.
Yeah, really. Like, not 5 hours.
I think for me that would be quite nice. And then maybe for our mothers to hang, have a nice lunch. And just
we'll see how that goes, child.
But I think as Gugu said, I think like as queer kids, we have, while adulting, and I think just adulting, you have so many decisions that you have to make. Are we going to live together? And sometimes when people are slow to join in or slow to get onto the boat must still leave the dock. And that's what Gugu and I have come to. Like, we are still going to make our decisions and still go forth. Like,
still gonna live together.
We're unfortunately not gonna wait. We're not going to wait for people to be like, yo,
to be 100% comfortable.
You guys are great.
You can never wait for your parents to be 100% comfortable. You have to keep going.
And when they come on that day,
that's fine.
So I think that's the only thing that that's the pill that we had to swallow.
And it's fine. I've swallowed it and I'm good with it. I'm glad I swallowed it.
All right, so wrapping up this vlog, my babes, the high and the low of this past week.
The high was our weekend away.
Definitely.
The low, there was no low. That's good.
I also did.
This week was kind of okay.
No, this week was funny. It was a really great week. I mean, Gugu came for me. That was a big high. And then the getaway, the Frankation, that was another big high. And then even Clay Cafe. We've been wanting to come here. This was a really big high, We've been, and every time we fight, we get in an argument.
Because I'll tell her, let's come here. And then she'll be like, no, not today. And I'm like, I'm tired. But
but that's us, guys. We really hope that you've enjoyed the video.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.